Well, Senator Lindsey Graham telling reporters this morning President Trump is likely to replace the Attorney General sooner rather than later. So let's dive deeper. The Republican senator from South Carolina who sits on the Senate Judiciary Committee joins us now. Senator, do you know anything we don't? You talk with the president a lot. You guys play golf. Is he thinking about a new AG?
Well, I don't have any direct evidence of this, but you don't have to be Dr. Phil to understand that the president and the Attorney General do not have a good working relationship. Every president deserves an attorney general they have confidence in. As to Jeff Sessions, I've never met a finer man. He was a great senator. He's a great lawyer. I think he's been a good attorney general. But this is not working, so I hope the relationship gets better. If it doesn't, I would imagine the president is going to look for a new attorney general because what's going on is unsustainable. I'm not blaming anybody. I love Jeff Sessions. But from my point of view, the country is not being well served with this much friction.
All right. What about when you said last year there would be, quote, holy hell to pay if Sessions was fired? You said that the president's efforts to marginalize and humiliate him were not going over well in the Senate.
Well, when Jeff recused himself, which I think he should have, any lawyer would have done what Jeff Sessions did. He was part of the campaign. You can't oversee an investigation of the campaign you were a part of, so he had to recuse himself.
Why doesn't the president get that?
I don't know. The president's not a lawyer. He's frustrated. He thinks this is a witch hunt. The bottom line here is Jeff did the right thing legally, but Mueller is now very deep into his investigation. This conflict is far beyond Mueller and recusal. There's just not a good, healthy working relationship, from what I can tell. And for the good of the nation, I think we need an attorney general that has the confidence of the president. And I'm not blaming Jeff Sessions. There is no finer man. But at the end of the day, there are plenty of conservative judges and lawyers that I think could do this job, that we can get somebody confirmed. But if he does replace Jeff Sessions, the burden will be on the president to pick a highly qualified, somebody who believes in the rule of law, give Mueller the space he needs to finish his investigation. But I say this with a heavy heart because I was a big proponent of Jeff Sessions. And it seems to me the relationship is unsustainable.
All right, here is what GOP Senator Ben Sasse had to say about this today.
The idea that Jeff Sessions might be fired because he's not a political hack is a very, very bad idea. It's a bad idea for the Constitution. It's a bad idea for public trust. It's a bad idea for the Department of Justice. And frankly, it's a really bad idea for the President of the United States. And I've communicated that message to my colleagues today, and I've communicated that message to the President.
He also said that it's hard for him to envision a scenario when he is voting for someone other than Jeff Sessions to be the Attorney General if it's based on this idea that he won't carry out what the president wants him to do.
All I can say is that what Senator Sasse is saying, that Donald Trump is stuck with Jeff Sessions forever because Senator Sasse doesn't believe he should be replaced. I believe every president has a right to their cabinet. These are not lifetime appointments. You serve at the pleasure of the president. So I find it, quite frankly, wrong for the Senate to reject the idea that Donald Trump can't replace his attorney general, but everybody else can.
You're saying before the midterms, though, absolutely no way. I mean, you've got a lot to do.
We don't have enough time. We've got Kavanaugh. We've got an election coming up. And I say this loving Jeff Sessions, but for the country's sake, and really, I think for the Department of Justice's sake, we need somebody that can have the trust of the president. So this relationship's either going to get better or it's going to result in a new face and a new voice at the Department of Justice.
All right. I want to read something quickly from Politico and let you respond. Graham's comments appeared to be an unprompted invitation to the president to take action if he wishes, a wink and a nod gesture that he has a friend in the Senate. You guys are friends. If Grassley chooses to go to the Senate Finance Committee after the election, Graham would become Judiciary Committee chairman. Graham's also up for re-election in 2020, and being close to Trump would help stave off a primary challenge.
Here's what I would say about that. If Senator Grassley moves to the Finance Committee, I will become chairman under the traditions of the Senate. I hope he stays because I think he's been a great chairman. What am I doing? I am saying on national television the obvious. Jeff Sessions and Donald Trump do not enjoy a healthy relationship, and I'm not blaming Jeff Sessions. I think he's highly ethical. I think he's very competent, but this is not working. And at the end of the day, the people of the Department of Justice, the president deserves an attorney general that has his competence. And I'm not suggesting that he fired Jeff Sessions because he's not a political hack. I'm suggesting if he can't work with Jeff Sessions, he has the right to pick somebody who is competent, and the burden will be on the president to pick somebody who has competence.
Well, the next next time you guys play golf, which is probably soon, let us know if he has any names. Give us a list.
We'll see what he does. I hate it came to this, but it's pretty obvious to me something's got to give.
All right, Senator, always great to have you with us. Thanks for coming in tonight.